What's up, Soul Fam and everyone out there in the world? This is Nihility Tintity Tarot, and this is going to be a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars for the second half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Virgo. Now, the Sun is, of course, our actions, our viewpoints, and how we see the world around us. And it is going to be in the energies of Scorpio. Not Scorpio, but Virgo, aka mutable earth energies, being mutable and adaptable to your own and other people's ways of thinking and being practical. And Virgo itself was born in the 6th house of work, house, schedules, and routine. Now, you Scorpio are fixed fire, being fixated on your own ways of feeling the emotions, and Scorpio itself was born out of the 8th house of behind closed doors energies, secrets, occult, and mysticism, aka the unknown. So, with that being said, Scorpio and Virgo are sextiles to each other, so you're going to have opportunities to be more practical and immutable and adaptable way when it comes to your deep feelings, or you being fixated on your own ways of feeling the emotions. So, because you are fixed water, you are very deep in your emotions, so that because you are so deep in your emotions, it's hard for you to get out, so it makes you fixed. It's a fixed energy. So, that being said, I'm going to shuffle the Universal Celtic Tarot deck a couple more times, then clarify the cards with the Waite Tarot deck, and then pull 3 cards out of the Moonology Oracle deck to end the reading off. Let's see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. So, let's get the drawing and we will begin. Okay, so your overall energies of the reading is the King of Wands. So this is talking about you giving birth to a vision for yourself, or taking leadership over this vision that you've envisioned for yourself during the second half of the Sun transitioning in the sign of Virgo. Now, with that being said, do your best to not be impatient if things don't seem like they're flourishing the way you want them to, or the way as fast as you would like them to, because the King of Wands, even though he is very dedicated to putting energy work into his visions, he has possibilities of ending putting energy work into whatever he's doing as far as his visions, if he doesn't see them grow as fast as he would like them to, or see anything coming out of the energy work that he's being put in. So do your best to refrain from putting energy work into that vision that you've envisioned for yourself. And instead, take your time and be patient with the visions that you've envisioned for yourself, while continuing to put energy work and taking that leadership role over what you are working on as far as these visions that you've envisioned for yourself during the second half of the Sun transitioning the sign of Virgo. Now, your first card is the 4 of Cups. So the 4 of Cups is talking about you being a little bit dissatisfied with what you got. But you, as you can see here, there is 3 cups in front of you that you do have, but you're focusing on this one cup that you don't necessarily have. Alright? And as you can see here, the woman represents internal energies, feminine energies, so you're going within your emotions, and you're not very satisfied with what you have, even though you do have a lot to be happy for and to be thankful for. So focus on what you do have, and don't worry about what you don't have, because if it's meant to be in your life, it will come. And if not, then it was never meant to be in your life in the first place. So don't be too dissatisfied and reject the 4 cups that you see in your life, aka emotional opportunities or just opportunities in general that you have in store for you during the second half of the sun transitioning a sign of Virgo. Now your second card is the Seven of Pentacles. So with the Seven of Pentacles here, this is talking about you going through a trial and error phase and testing the waters and planting seeds. But as you plant seeds or put energy work into what you are doing in your life during the second half of the sun transitioning a sign of Virgo, do your best to refrain from being impatient. Like the King of Wands, this is also a card of warning. This is a card of warning you to not be impatient. So don't be impatient while you're putting this energy work into whatever it is that you're working on during the second half of the sun transitioning the sign of Virgo. Now with your third card from the Universal Character Tarot deck, you get the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is an ending that you're completely ending indefinitely. So with that being said, do your best to accept what is no longer in your life. Deal with your thoughts and emotions that come up due to this ending in your life. Like, even if this means an internal ending within you, this could be something that you've ended that ends up you going into more positivity. Okay? So, there's something though that is ending for you during the second half of the sun transitioning a sign of Virgo. And with that being said, we'll clarify it when we get to it. Now your fourth card from the Universal Character Tarot deck is the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is you working and mastering your craft. So you're really working hard on what you want and desiring to do in your life as far as your work or whatever you are aspiring to go after. But you are mastering your craft while doing so during the second half of the sun transitioning a sign of Virgo. Now your fifth card from the Universal Character Tarot deck is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is talking about you having to defend yourself from negative visions. Alright, you may feel like you need to guard yourself or be defensive. Alright, we'll see what this is about when we clarify, but my advice to you is don't let yourself be too guarded. It's okay to be cautious, but it's not okay to completely put up your walls entirely because of something that may or may not happen, alright, due to visions that you're having. You may be seeing things leading one way and you feel defensive because you see them leading that way, but they in all reality could be moving in an entirely different direction. So refrain yourself from putting too many guards down and let yourself ease into the experience that you're going through and trust the universe and yourself and your individuality that things are going to work out in your favor. So, for the sixth card from the Universal Character Tarot deck, you get the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is pretty plain and black and white, which is you having everything that you want and need in the material world. So, with that being said, we'll still clarify this when we get to it, but overall you're having a really good you're in a really good spot when it comes to the material world by you having everything that you want and need in said material world during the second half of the sun transitioning the sign of Virgo. Now with your seventh card from the Universal Character Tarot deck, you get this Ten of Wands. So I feel like you are either carrying burdens or responsibilities. We can see here with the Eight of Pentacles that you may be very well be carrying burdens or responsibilities along with you while that's pertaining to this work. We'll clarify this when we get to it, but there is a sense of either burdens or responsibilities that you're carrying during the second half of the sun transitioning a sign of Virgo. Now your eighth card that you get from the Universal Character Tarot deck is the World card. So the World is Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo energy. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or a Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Or you may have one of these energies in a critical placement in your chart. And if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. And with that being said, there is a completion that you're completing, but I feel like you may need to get past these negative visions and the sense of discontentment and come to grips and clarity when it comes to this ending that you have in your life during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. That ending can be either be externally, something ending in the external world, or it can simply be something internally that you're ending due to some type of clarity. That's what it popped up in my head, but we'll see what the cards say from clarifications when we get to it. But there is a completion that you're completing when it comes to a karmic cycle in your life during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now your ninth card, and your last but not least card from the Universal Culture Tarot deck, is the Star card. So this is an Aquarius energy, so you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn's. In any case, you are focusing on healing, being optimistic, and I want to clarify something with the King of Wands. While you're going through this healing phase and really going after what you want and desire, while taking leadership over this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, do your best to not be running people over. Alright, don't be too headstrong or too pressuring towards others when it comes to this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, even if it's in good manners or you have a good heart to do so. But going back to the Star card, this is talking about you healing and going through optimistic and really focusing on going towards and moving towards better days for yourself during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now, let's clarify the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is clarified by the Moon cards. This is Pisces energy, so you could be dealing with a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or have Pisces in your chart, and if so, these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. But in any case, it clarifying the King of Wands means that you are taking leadership over a vision that you've envisioned for yourself. But again, do your best to not be too pressuring towards others. But you need to embrace and not fear the unknown while listening to your intuition. Keep in mind that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, creating realms of reality through the thoughts and feelings that you create and agree with. So instead of creating spheres of reality, aka feels, by creating and agreeing with negative thoughts and feelings, do your best to create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings moving forward during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now with the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups is clarified by the Empress card, which is Taurus energy, so you could be dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venuses, or you may have Taurus in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. But with it clarifying the World card, not clarifying the World card, but with the World card being here, there is two Tauruses on the table, or in the spread. So, this is a really time about stability and grounding yourself while moving forward with what you want and desire during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. This card overall clarifying the Four of Cups means it's by itself it's a card of you being aware of your values and what you have to offer to the world, but you may be blinded by what you don't have and by you being blinded by what you don't have, you're not seeing the value that you have and what you have to offer to the world during the second half of the sun transit in the sign of Virgo. Like I said, with the Four of Cups, do your best to not focus on what you do have, but focus on what you don't have, but focus on what you do have during the second half of the sun transit in the sign of Virgo. Now with the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the World card, which again is Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo energy. And those two World cards, so you can really be dealing with an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and you are a Scorpio already. So of course you have Scorpio in the chart, but you could be dealing with a fellow Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you may have Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the sun transit in the sign of Virgo. But overall, there is a completion, and this completion is coming to you by you continually putting energy work and planting seeds where you feel the need to plant them at. Okay, so there is a completion that you're entering during said second half of the sun transit in the sign of Virgo. Now with the Ten of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is you taking care of, in itself is taking care of what you want and desire to do in your life, as well, and mainly your work, as well as yourself, taking care of yourself and taking care of others around you that you feel you need to take care of. This is also a card of fertility. Forgot to mention that with the Empress as well. These two cards are cards of fertility, so if you're not trying to have children, use protection. But in any case, with the Queen of Pentacles clarifying the Ten of Swords, through this ending, or by you taking care of yourself and taking care of what you're working on and taking care of others around you that you feel worthy of taking care of, you're ending something. And I feel like this is something internal that you're ending as well. It may be external, but that's what I'm feeling. It's something internal by you focusing and taking care of yourself and taking care of those around you that are equally taking care of you during the second half of the sun transit in the sign of Virgo. Now with the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is talking about, again, feeling discontent. As you can see here, there's a really good depiction of the Four of Cups from the Waite deck, and it's the Ace of Cups trying to hand, or attempting to hand a cup to the man, but the man, representing your thoughts, is paying attention to what he doesn't have. Alright? Instead of focusing on the full cup that is being offered to him, he's looking down, not realizing that the full cup is in front of him, and he's looking down, paying attention to what he doesn't have. So again, pay attention to what you do have. But with that being said, I feel like you are working on this aspect and doing your best to master that craft of not being in this discontent energy during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo, which is good to see. Just do your best to focus on what you do have instead of what you don't have during said second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now with the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is talking about you passionately going after what you want and desire in your life, but with it clarifying the Seven of Wands, by you doing this, you may be influenced by negative visions or negativity in itself. Do your best to, and feeling a sense of guardedness as well, or feeling like you need to put up walls. Do your best to not do so, and let yourself really embrace this passionate movement forward towards what you want and desire in your life during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. If you hear dogs, I apologize, but let's continue. Now with the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is talking about minor conflict. So with the minor conflict and the Five of Wands itself clarifying the Ten of Pentacles, there might be some minor conflict that you need to solve in order to reach this place of having the thing that you want and need in your life. Now I'm going to pull one more card for this. Clarify the... Okay, so the Five of Wands is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So Again, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. I've already went through that like twice, so I'm pretty sure you guys get the gist. But this is a card of accepting changes and rolling with the changes in your life, and that's the minor conflict that you need to solve. You need to solve and need to just embrace the experiences that you're going through so you can step into the energies of the Ten of Pentacles, of having everything that you want and need in the material world. Now with the Ten of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Swords. So I feel like, well, the Seven of Swords by itself is self-deception, but it can also be mental tests. And you're clarifying the Ten of Wands from the Universal Captain Tarot deck. This is talking about you may be self-deceiving yourself and feeling that these are possibly responsibilities or burdens. There is a sense of self-deception, is what I'm trying to say, or attempting to say, due to burdens or responsibilities that you're carrying. And this is why you feel burdened as a whole during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo, because you may be going through self-deception. Alright, so don't deceive yourself. Know that good things are coming into your life. We can see here with the Moon card that could be where the self-deception is coming from you having to embrace and not feel the unknown. Remember to create higher perspectives and positive thoughts and feelings about the unknown. But there is some sort of self-deception at work here. So, and that's why you feel burdened during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Ease into your experiences gradually, and don't feel the unknown, but creates, once again, positive thoughts and feelings. Create positive thoughts and feelings on higher perspectives about the unknown. Now, with the War card, the War card is clarified by the Magician, which is Virgo energy. So this is, you can be dealing with this Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or have Virgo in your chart, and if so, these energies would be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now, with that being said, or you may have Virgo in your chart. Oh yeah, okay, I already said that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Now, with the clarifying the Ward card, you are in manifestation mode. Okay? Or by you manifesting, going into your manifestation mode, you will reach a sense of completion in your life during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Again, I'm not going to say this, but don't create, I'm not going to say it again, but don't create fears of reality, aka fears of reality. Instead, focus on taking leadership over this vision that you've envisioned for yourself, so that you can manifest during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo and complete that karmic cycle for yourself. Now with the Star card is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So by you realizing and being aware and really embracing that energy of being sufficient and independent in the material world, this will help you get to that healing place for yourself and become more optimistic, because you may not have everything that you want in the material world, but you have everything that you need in the material world as a whole during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. So, with that being said, let's move on to the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me to end the reading off. So, 3 cards. So your first card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Scorpio. It's time to release the negativity. So, release the negativity of these visions that you are experiencing that are influencing you to be guarded, so you can better go after your passions and desires. during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Release these burdens and this self-deceptive energy. Alright? Don't be self-deceptive to yourself and hold yourself back during this time. And don't focus on what you don't have. Instead, focus on what you do have during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. And like Mother Moon says, it's time to release the negativity for you during said second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now your second card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. So, again, don't create spheres of reality, aka feels, and put walls up and hold yourself back and be self-deceptive to yourself. Open yourself up and really embrace who you are as a whole and show the world the real you during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Embrace the unknown and don't fear the unknown during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now your last card from Mother Moon to you through me is New Moon Eclipse. Expect powerful change. So expect powerful change during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. And by you really fully going after what you want and desire when it comes to these visions that you've been taking leadership over, that you've envisioned for yourself. And I see a lot of completion energy. And remember to embrace the changes in life itself moving forward during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. And keep in mind that and be aware to expect powerful change during this time. Now with that being said, that will be all for this general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Shout out to the Horse Soul family. Shout out to Dola the Pilot Man, Shauna Rice Astrology, Lex Crystal Goddess. If you're looking for crystals and gems, go check out go check out Lex Crystal Goddess or Salmon Cessation on IG. Apologize. And with that being said, I'm just gonna okay, so y'all take care, y'all be blessed, and that you'll never be less. And once again, take care. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Until next time, peace. Again, I apologize, but yeah, peace.